So we're checking out some old temple ruins here in Chiang Mai. I was looking through the 50 things to do in Chiang Mai, and this was one of the places to actually come. But yeah, I'll just show you guys around. We'll see what's here. And yes, it looks nice and peaceful here. This place looks like a really nice place. You could bring some friends and just sit and have a picnic, really, if you look at it. The sounds of birds, a couple of street dogs sleeping, but I'll show you around. So to start with, I'm guessing that's where the toilets are, but as I always say, bring your own toilet paper. Looks like some sort of information centre there. But look at this. It's a big sort of open park area that we're walking through at the moment. So we're just going to look and see what's interesting about this place, I guess, for a better word. Apparently it's got historical significance. The old ruins here, the old temples. This place is full of birds. If you listen, you can hear them going off. So there's some nice places you can sit, chill out, relax. Sounds like there's a shitload of birds up there. Oh, I don't know what I'm stepping on. Look like plums of some sort. Yeah, plums or something. Yeah, yucky. My feet. Oh, here's the history. For those that want to freeze the screen and read it. What is it? Wat Nanchang? Wat Nanchang. And then Wiang Kum Cam? Kum Cam. Wiang Kum Cam. Okay. It says, Wat Nanchang is the name given to the temple in the present day, as its actual name has not been found in any historical records. Archaeological evacuations at the temple found the remains of the assembly of a hall and stupa. The assembly hall is a large rectangular building with a front stairway, the pedestal for the principal Buddha image, and the chamber called Gand Hak Kuti were found inside the hall. The stupa, if I'm pronouncing that right, is a round bell-shaped stupa with a high multi-base unique to the Lana style. The assembly hall and stupa are connected by the raised platform. Based on art style and artifacts found during the evacuation, this temple is probably built around 500 to 600 years ago. So there you go. I'm getting all these bloody things dropping on my head. Yuck. I think the birds are getting them out. So let's go look at this place. I'm guessing this floods a bit during wet season. You gotta love these old trees. So there's the main temple area. And there's a horse there. Over here, you can see a horse, of all things. Let's have a look. So that's interesting. They don't know much about this temple. Yeah. Hello, horsey. Looks like there'd been some repairs to it for tourism's sake, I guess. And I'm guessing that's to keep the flooding from coming up the hills, because they put drainage down there. But yeah, it's similar to the old walled city, but it seems a bit out of Old Town, which is interesting. So I wonder what its actual role was, this temple. I'm guessing this is some sort of map of the area. Oh, it is a map of the area, because I can see the temple we've just gone to and where the buildings are. But yeah, so that's sort of map of the area. And you do have tours here. I saw some tour buses going around, just exploring these historical sites, but you can drive in and park as well. But let's take a walk over here. There's another sort of temple area here. Lazy street dogs. Just the thing, don't go up to the dogs because you never know where. So here's another section of the temple here, as you can see. It's gradually been excavated in the past, but yeah, it's just another piece of history, I guess. So this is another viewpoint of the temple. I'm guessing this looks like it could have been an entry point because you can walk into it. Walk into the centre here. It sort of makes sense that this was actually the entry point to the temple. I do often wonder what these places would have looked like in their full operations, like 500-600 years ago at its height. Like what all this area looked like, what the population was like, all that sort of thing. So they're the sort of tour buses that you can actually go on and get a tour and pay someone. But on that, looks like someone's put sort of prayer icons here. But you look at it here, there's kind of like little chambers that go up, stairs going up and down, indicating that they were going to different sections of the complex. And I'm not an archaeologist, so don't ask me why the steps are where they are. But yeah, if you guys do know any history on this place, put the links in the replies to show me around a little bit and explain to others this temple and this historical landmark in Chiang Mai. So I do love hearing about history and why these places were here and why they were built and their purpose. Because obviously reading, the archaeologists couldn't figure out the original name of this place, so they gave it one. From what I was reading earlier. But you've got to think, the stairs had a purpose, so they were going to something that was built here. Whether there were icons that were put here, I don't know. But I do love these places of history. I don't know, I'm just walking up and down this place, trying to imagine this place in full operation, the purpose of all these sort of rooms, these halls that have been pretty much flattened for any purpose. So even look at this. You don't know even the smallest thing. Could have been anything from somewhere to burn things, from somewhere for prayers. This could have been some room or prayer room. The purposes have been lost in history and hard to know what they are now. And maybe in their beauty they were quite tall. Hard to know. But obviously between all the walls, look at this stairs it looks like, but then they just go to nowhere. So could have been multi-story for all we know. But history is a beautiful thing, but unfortunately some of it is lost to time. For those that just want to read about the history here of Wat Nanchang, if I'm pronouncing that right, or Khang, here's some of the history here, which you might be able to then read over yourself by just pausing it. Just going to say again, yeah, you got the history here, the 16th, 17th century buildings, but you've also got the area itself where just bring friends and family and just sit and have a quiet picnic, for a better word. And it's very calm, very relaxing place. I saw one person pulled up there with his car where he was just sitting there having a sleep in his car because the area is shaded with a lot of trees and it's quite calm. But there's another section of the temples just over here, which I'm going to take you to now. So I've just been walking up from there, where the first two temples are, and then you come to this other place, which it seems to be a bit more intact. And let's see what they call this temple. And here you see a bit of map. There seems to be some sort of code thing that you can press that it takes you somewhere where you scan your phone over it. But Wat Pupia, if I'm pronouncing that right, but W-A-T-P-U-P-I-A. My Thai sucks, so my pronunciation of Thai words. But yeah, so let's have a look at this temple. Give you a bit of an impression of what's here. Look at that. Now this one looks like it would have been much bigger in its days. But a lot of this Chiang Mai stuff was damaged between the wars between the Burmese and the Thais. And so structures that were beautiful in their day were demolished when the Burmese came in and just trashed everything during the wars and took over for periods. But let's have a bit of a walk in here and have a look. So let's go down and give you a bit of a feel for what it may have been like for these people just walking up here, walking into the temple. So we walk into here and I'm guessing maybe there was some sort of roof, who knows? Or maybe it was all out in the open. But the pillars sort of indicate that maybe there was something more here as a larger structure. But then again, I'm not familiar with ancient Thai architecture, so maybe these places were designed completely with no roof. And maybe there was some sort of icon that was sitting up the top there at one point. And here may have had some other significant point as well. Looks like maybe people have been doing some sort of prayers here as well. But yeah, very interesting. And you can take these little sort of cart rides. There's an entrance right at the front where you can either get personal tours or you can actually go on these horse and carts if you want a bit of a ride and tour. Here's another structure. There seems to be some smaller structures here as well. But then there's another walkway entrance point here, which signifies that this particular building may have been something of purpose in its day. Maybe this would have been the central area where the Buddhist prayers would have occurred. Again, just guessing, just by the structure. But yeah, it's very interesting history. Just look at these sort of walls here, the bottom level of the complex. Obviously it floods here a bit during wet season. That's why they got these gutters here. But yeah, here's behind it. But yeah, I love these ancient designs and just general history here in Chiang Mai. I should explore more some of the ancient artwork that shows what these temples once looked like. And you can tell at some point they had some sort of concrete on the outside that had different designs on it, more elaborate designs, but they're worn away over time, all through wars and damage that's happened. Again, you do have the options for things like these horse and cart rides as you walk around the temple complexes. But yes, that's it pretty much, a summary of the old temple ruins here. So yes, overall, regardless of how much of the temple is actually left, there's history behind everything in Chiang Mai. And it's always good to just get out there, go off the beaten track and actually explore. Yes, you've got all the beautiful temples that are still in use, but you've also got the history of Chiang Mai and the history between the Burmese and the history between the Thais and all these old ruins and historical parts of Thailand that can be found as you travel around and explore. But anyway, if you like these sorts of videos, hit like and subscribe as I continue to explore around areas of Thailand and at the moment Chiang Mai. That's beautiful when you look at it amongst the trees.